Good morning, y'all. I was not going to record this video, but I got to thinking. 15,000 subscribers. We started obviously from zero in 2015. We are now 9 years later, finally hitting 15K. There was no consistency throughout this whole journey, guys. On and off on YouTube. I have a career and a family, so I don't put all my marbles into YouTube. I got a lot going on, but I did say the consistency was coming and I needed to give you guys more content. We upgraded our equipment, so now it's time to actually show you guys what we're doing and give you guys a more in-depth feel on how it is I'm building muscle, and then when it's time to shred down, how I'm shredding down. So I gave you guys the contest preps. You saw me get shredded. I actually got some comments down below saying that they like me bulked up more than shredded. I don't know why that is, but I know a lot of people like to see muscle. So that's what we got here, guys. We are 205 this morning, getting strong, getting big. I was not chasing any numbers. It just so happens that I hit 205. So we're gonna keep climbing and see what we can do. I got my Fruit Loops right here, guys. I got a bowl. Now, what I like to do in the morning, I like to do a bowl of cereal, and instead of milk, I like to use protein powder. You guys have seen this protein powder before, guys. This is the Raw. You guys know code XFACTOR save you guys some money, and it's the holiday time. So if you want to gift your family or your friends with some protein, some supplements from Raw, use my code and you will save you some money, and you can support your boys, support the family. So we got that. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and weigh out everything. I have not been weighing anything for the last month and some change, guys, because I'm just eating for satiety, guys. I'm eating to get the fuel in my body, and I'm eating for my nutritional needs. So I'm not really focused on the macronutrients, nor am I focused on the calories, but the scale is going up, which means we're eating enough food. The strength is going up, we're eating enough food, and the energy is up. We're eating enough food, guys. Oh, testosterone is up too. So let me go ahead and grab this scale. I'm going to go ahead and weigh out everything for you guys today, just to give you guys an idea of how much food I'm actually eating. I still eat the same thing roughly every single day because that's just what I like to do. And the queen is still on her journey. She is still shredding down, losing some weight. So therefore, overall for the house, we want to make sure that everything is on a healthier level. We still aren't cramming a whole bunch of junk. The kids can do whatever they want to do, but for me and the queen, for me and mine, we getting it together. So I'm gonna go ahead and weigh this out and show you guys what it's looking like. I like to do a full bowl. That right there is 83 grams. Looks like a serving size is about 40 grams. It's 39, but about 40. So right there we have about 2 servings. Rough estimate, guys. So this right here is how you can actually not pull out a scale and you can just be mindful of what you're eating. So I got 2 servings right here. Now I'm gonna grab my shaker cup, grab the top. I'm gonna get some ice. Then we're gonna get some water. Just enough. This is about 10 to 12 ounces. We're going to do 2 scoops. So this right here, 25 grams of protein per scoop. And the recommendation for here is 8 to 12 fluid ounces of water per scoop. So we are going to keep it like this because we're using it for our milk. So instead of using the dairy, we're actually just using the protein powder. Got my 2 scoops, and then I like to grab one of these handy dandy shaker bottle contractions right here, just to help it blend better, get the clunks out. And here it is, guys. This is our milk. So we're using whey protein for our milk. We're gonna take the ice cubes out. I don't want any ice in my cereal. And you can go for more healthier, nutritious cereals out there, guys. I like Fruit Loops, and I'm having fun and enjoying life, so I'm doing that. So I just get enough inside the bowl, not too much. I don't like my cereal soggy. I like crunchy cereal. Y'all comment down below, are you team soggy cereal or are you team crunchy cereal? I love a good crunch. And then I have a little bit of protein left. This is what I do with the rest of my protein. I grab my coffee, dump it in there like that. And now I have 8 ounces of black coffee with a little bit of the whey protein in there with the flavor. And that can serve as your creamer. Guys, you want to make sure that you are removing dairy from your lifestyle, not completely. You still want to make sure that you're getting your vitamin C and vitamin D in, but I do recommend that you limit your dairy. So your milk, yogurt is a good one to have, but I know for sure your milk and cheese are not always going to be ideal, guys, for your digestive system. But this right here, the whey protein served as a creamer. Now I have some black coffee. iced and it's good too, so good caffeine. This right here is the first meal, guys. This is what it's looking like, and this is what I do on a daily basis. This won't change, or it will change eventually, but for the most part, for right now, this is what I've been doing. So 2 servings of cereal, 2 scoops of protein. That's a rough 50 to 60 grams of protein right here. And for the carbs that we're getting from the cereal, 2 servings, we're looking at about 80 to 90 grams of carbs right here for meal number 1. All right, so this is what we're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and get this in, and then I'm gonna check back with you guys at the next meal. Again, thank you guys for clicking on the video. Thank you for the 15K. We are extremely appreciative of all of you. Please continue to comment, subscribe, and like the videos, guys. Share them with your friends. All right, you guys, it is now time for our second meal. Let me go ahead and grab it. So it's already prepped. Love a good meal prep. So this right here, you've seen in another video, but let's be honest, I know there's a ton of you out there who have not watched all of my videos. And there's actually a ton of you out there who aren't already subscribed. So if you aren't subscribed, I need you to do that right now. Lock in. But you guys, right here, we have meal prep. So this is chicken and rice. And actually, to give it a name, it's chicken fried rice. So in my last video, or 2 videos ago, I did a meal prep, and all it was this right here. So this right here, guys, is chicken fried rice. So inside of here, we have 1 full bag, 1 full serving, which is 6 servings. So if you take 40 grams of carbs and you times it by 4, you add 240 grams of carbs. And then we're looking at 66 grams of protein, and we're looking at 18 grams of fat inside of this complete bag right here. Now, what I like to do is add in some egg whites and a whole egg, taking this meal and giving it an extra 30 grams of protein and a rough estimate of 5 to 6 grams of fat. So I add that to the bag, basically on the stove when it's all cooking up. I first cook up the eggs on its own, and then while the chicken fried rice is cooking, I throw the eggs in there when they're close to done. And then now we have 96 grams of protein. So what I like to do is divide this into 3 separate meals. This right here is 1/3. So if we're talking calories, let's go ahead and do the math right now. And you can just grab a calculator so you don't have to do mental math. So we'll take the 230 that is in here. We'll multiply that by 6 servings. And then we're going to add a rough 180 calories from the eggs that we added. And so we're looking at about 1,560. All right, we're going to divide that in 3s. So this right here, you could say is a rough 500 calories. And if we take that 96 grams of protein and we divide it by 3, we're looking at a rough 30 grams of protein right here. We're looking at a rough 80 grams of carbs right here. And the fats don't really matter, but if you did care about the fats, this right here is a rough 7 to 8 grams of fat. So that's what we're looking at. All I do is take the dish, I throw it in the microwave for about 1 minute and 30 seconds just to make sure it's nice and hot. And that right there is meal number 2. Really simple. Like I said, meal prep, meals on the go. The best way for you guys to reach any goal is going to be to meal prep. I can't stress that enough. I know a lot of you are going to be stressed out when it comes to what I should eat. Oh my goodness, I have to cook. I'm out and about. What do I do? Well, if you meal prep, you take your meals with you, you should be good to go as long as you find yourself a microwave. Please do not eat your meals cold. I used to do that back in the day. I'm very mature now, guys. I'm 34 years old, and my wife has told me to cut it out. So I don't eat cold meals anymore. If I'm on the road, I will stop at a gas station and I will just heat my meal up, because your food needs to be at a certain temperature, mainly your protein needs to be at a certain temperature when you're eating it. So don't eat cold food, please. And for all of you who like cold pizza and beer, cut that out too. All right, you guys, and since we're going for aesthetics, I'm going to go ahead and dump all of my chicken fried rice into this bowl right here so you guys can see it. And there we have it, guys. We have chicken, broccoli, peas, carrots, and some eggs all right here. A delicious bowl of chicken fried rice. Meal number 2 going down. All right, you guys, we are now at meal number 3. So right here we have a turkey sandwich, guys. I'm actually excited for this one. This is one of my favorite type of meals right now that I'm bulking up. It's just white bread. We have turkey breast on here. And then the ingredients I like to use are lettuce, tomato, pickles. I use some light mayo, and I'll also use a garlic mustard, sometimes just regular mustard, but I had a garlic mustard. And then I have some Simply Ruffles. So don't get it twisted on these Simply Delicious Ruffles. I know folks will believe that they are the healthier chips, but guys, at the same time, that they are loaded. All right, 9 grams of fat per bag, and I actually have 2 bags. So if you are conscious about your fat intake, I would not recommend these chips here. I would recommend like Rice Crisp or something of the sort. If you're bulking, this is a decent meal. Now for the turkey breast, deli meat. I am not a big fan of deli meat when I'm cutting, and that is simply because when we are cutting, we need to be very critical on every nutrient we put into our bodies. All right, it's going to be very key that you track everything to the T, and that you make sure that every nutrient that's going into your body is going to be beneficial. And deli meat is not the greatest type of meat, the greatest form of protein. I always opt for the leanest proteins when I'm shredding down, but we are bulking up, guys, so we can have a little more flexibility, have a little more fun. So we're looking at only about 25 grams of protein, and if you notice, there's a ton of deli meat on here. So the deli meat doesn't have a lot of protein when it comes to it. And then carbs, you're probably looking at around 20 for both slices, and then the chips, you're probably looking at, I think, 13 and 15, so 30 there, so 50 grams there. So only about 50 grams of carbs here. We'll go ahead and put it on the higher side and say 55 to 60. And then for the protein, again, we'll say 25, maybe even 30, but that's all you're looking at here. So actually it's very low calorie when you really think about it. It's only low calorie depending on who's actually eating it, right? We all have our different macronutrient needs and our different caloric intakes, but for me, this is low calorie. And then for the fats, we're only looking at about 20 grams of fat. So you do the math on the ratio and all that, but the calories, pretty legit. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this, man, and I'm gonna catch you guys at the next one. This right here is meal number 3. We'll be training soon, most likely, and I'm gonna go show you guys a few of the exercises. We have a back day today, probably do back and triceps. The split I've been running is not really dialed in. It's mainly just focused on whatever it is on that day that I want to focus on. So yesterday I actually did an upper chest and biceps workout, which taxed the upper chest like crazy, and that's something I'm working on right now, is just building that big top shelf, right, so I can walk around chest poked out like that. You know, that's that's the goal. But for back, guys, we want to have that density in the back. We want to be wide. We need to make sure that we are attacking the back like it's supposed to be attacked. So today we'll be hitting some barbell rows, maybe even a T-bar row. We'll hit the lats with the lat pull downs as well, but for the most part, guys, we got to go heavy with those barbell rows. So let me go ahead and get this in. I'm gonna chop it up with you guys in a little bit. I actually have a piece of equipment, a large piece of equipment in my garage that I'm currently putting together, and it's going to probably take a while, but I'm excited for it, guys. So I can't wait to bring that to you guys. But enough rambling. I'm going to go ahead and get meal number 3 in, and then I'm going to check back with you guys in a bit. All right, you guys, the last, or maybe not the last, but the second to last meal, I'll probably eat maybe one more time. But this right here is my attempt at some quesadillas. All right, so what I did was grab some cheese. I grabbed some cucumbers, some tomatoes, some 93 lean ground beef. So it is pretty high calorie because there is cheese in here. We talked about cheese earlier, and the vegetables in there are pretty good. Got some lettuce too. And then the lean protein is going to be key. And then those low carb tortillas actually have a good amount of fiber. The tortillas actually have about 20 grams per tortilla. So we have 4 of them. So we have about 80 carbs from there. Then obviously some trace carbs from the cheese. And then we also have some guacamole on there for those good fats, which also should have some trace carbs, 3 carbs carbs per serving. So good amount of carbs here. I'm gonna say a rough estimate of 100 to 110. Protein, we're probably looking at around maybe 40 to 50 because I used a lot of ground beef on both of them. Maybe about 6 to 8 ounces. I'm actually not 100% sure. And then we have all of the condiments, which is the salsa right here that you already saw, and then the red taco sauce right there. So yeah, like I said, pretty high calorie. And we actually didn't even make it to the gym tonight. It got pretty late on us, but it's okay, a rest day. What I'm doing now is having about 2 rest days a week. So I'm not going too crazy, because when I do actually go to the gym, I actually hit it pretty hard. So it's okay to have at least 1 to 2 rest days, 3 if you really need it, but you gotta listen to your body, and then don't over stress, right? I don't stress it because I'm not getting ready for any shows or anything like that, right? Just enjoying life and having a good time. So I'm gonna get this meal in, and then I'll chop it up with you guys if I decide to eat again.